Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess. This morning I'm going to do a twin flame reading. There's been a little bit of a push for me to come forward and do a bit more in the twin flame energies. So I'm going to do a twin flame reading this morning. I'll read for you from the Rider-Waite and then we'll get some messages from the Unspoken Oracle and we'll pull a few cards from the Island Time Wellness deck as well for you to see where people are up to. All right, if you want a reading, a personal reading in regards to this information, you can find all my details in the box below, or you can whip over to the Aussie Goddess Facebook page or my website, the Aussie Goddess, and find out anything that you need to find out there. All right, let's see where we're going with this twin flame reading. I love it when Spirit calls me to do this because we usually get very good readings out of this. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles coming up. So there appears to be, first off, some sort of energy of tossing up here. Now, what I feel that this tossing up is about is you may be going through this energy of leaving this behind, letting it go, choosing to forget about it. I feel like you're feeling not in balance because of this energy. So it may be that it's taking up a lot of your mental energy. It may be creating a feeling of lack in your life. But there's this energy of feeling somewhat out of control here, trying to find your place, trying to feel out where you belong. And it may be that this has been quite a long time in the making and perhaps you're starting to feel things aren't coming together, but there's very much this energy of trying to find balance in yourself here. The Victory card is behind that, and I've seen this a little bit today. The Victory card is a card that talks about feeling recognized for who you are, being recognized, and the feeling I get through with this card today is it's about you recognizing yourself, about you putting the power back into yourself and understanding here that you are full, whole and complete as you are. And I feel what's happening here, you may understand that as a twin flame you are whole and complete, but there's perhaps been an energy that you have felt incomplete because of the confusion this situation has created for you. So I feel like here there's this sort of energy of recognizing your own personal power here. Perhaps understanding this is why you're letting go or trying to move away, because you're trying to understand your own power in this situation. Yeah, see, we have the Strength card coming through as well. The Strength card tells me that you may have done a lot of work on yourself, which of course in a twin flame situation you are encouraged to do. Spirit does get you sort of really looking at yourself. There's something about this relationship that takes you deep inside where you start to understand what this has meant for you, how it has raised issues for you that may have been very hidden by your ego. So some of this stuff starts to come to the surface, and a lot of it is to do with your shadow side or things that you've hidden away from the world. And this relationship is there to crack you open so you can see what's going on here, because you're starting to understand those parts of yourself that haven't actually been visible to perhaps you even. So they may have been buried deep within your subconscious here, but the Strength card tells me you're bringing them to the surface. And I love this because oh, look at this. Okay. So you're starting to understand your part in this situation. You're starting to understand who you are, where you're going, because you're moving away from the things that have held you back in the past. So this whole situation has sort of opened you up to understand where you need to go, what you need to do, because you're moving towards this Nine of Pentacles energy. And this is where you need to be in the twin flame situation, relationship, whatever you would like to see it as, because what you need to be is completely self-supporting here, completely independent within yourself, really understanding who you are at a deeper level. It's about self-love. We can see that with the King of Cups coming through. There's a feeling that you have been trying here to balance this essence of you, trying to bring yourself back into your own completion. Now, I hear this all the time where people say, oh, you shouldn't need someone to complete you, but you actually do need someone to complete you here. They don't complete who you are as a person, but they help you to complete or to see what's missing within yourself. And that is why the relationship is so important. So there's a completion of yourself through you, through doing this for yourself. This is about you understanding yourself wholly and completely. It's about you recognizing who you are, you recognizing your energies at a deeper level. If you've done the work, you will understand exactly what I'm saying to you here. This is about moving away from the old version of yourself and moving into this new version of yourself where you accept yourself, you love yourself wholly and completely. Now, if you're dealing here, I'm just going to go a little bit deeper purely because I've been shown these cards. We have the Emperor card coming through here, which is the card of the Divine Masculine. We have a closing out of something here. So some sort of cycle is closing out, and you have somebody here coming towards you now because you've completed the things you needed to complete to come into union here. And this is about coming into union. It's about having both aspects of yourself in balance, ego and soul, so that whoever your twin flame is can move towards you because they have both energies balanced now. I feel like whoever your person is probably contemplating this at the moment. Maybe they haven't quite got to this energy here. You could be dealing with a Cancer here, especially with the King of Cups coming through. But there's very much this energy here of needing to close something out now. So maybe you've sort of got to a point where you've nearly finished the work on yourself, and I'm feeling here with the World, you're very close to completion. The Emperor card is here, and the Emperor card does represent the sign of Aries. So your person could be an Aries. But what I feel here, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But what I feel here really strongly is that both of you here now are both standing in your power. You're both getting to the point where you understand who you are, you understand where your limits are, and you're no longer feeling codependent or feeling you need to impinge on other people's energy. This is sort of the energy of feeling whole and complete by yourself, not needing anybody, not being desperate to be with somebody, but feeling very whole and complete in oneself here. This is about self-love, about accepting yourself fully, warts and all. Your dark side, your shadow side, everything being in place. All right, let's see where the journey is taking you. All right, so very nice. So we have the Queen of Cups and we have the King of Cups. So we do have a couple who are very, very much in love with each other here. There are two people who stand alone with the Emperor card. They stand in their own power, but it doesn't sort of break away for the love that they have for each other. So even though they've done a lot of work on themselves, even though they have fully and utterly and completely let go of all the things that were holding them back and all of their embracing all of your shadow side, that love for the other person has never depleted. It's always stayed strong. In fact, it may even be stronger for you now than it's ever been. And this is really important in this situation because whether or not you come back together with your person, you have come to a point in your life where you wholly and completely love yourself as you are, which is what the journey is all about. So we have the Queen of Cups coming through, showing me that you are very, very much in love with your person, but they are very much in love with you here still. All right, so we have the Ace of Pentacles. So there's a really nice energy of a new start coming up here. Feel like something is just starting to formulate here. Something is just starting to be understood. Maybe some of you are really sort of understanding the journey now, because the Ace of Pentacles talks about a new start. It talks about the completion. I can't help seeing this cycle here. So something you've completed, which is bringing you into this new energy of a start. The Pentacle. All right, so we have the Empress coming through and we had the Emperor coming through before. Beautiful energy. Four of Cups coming through. As we know on the twin flame journey, very often some sort of offer is made at the very beginning, some sort of energy of exchange, of love, of feeling the incredible draw towards this person, but the incredible love that you've never felt before. And very often in these situations, there is a a declining of an offer. There is some sort of feeling that something was offered in the past. I feel really strongly that you did see this person as your person. There was a very strong feeling here that your person, whoever they were, did not accept your cup for whatever reason. They may have seen you as their person. They may have felt you deep inside of them, but something holds them back from taking the cup. But the idea is, in this cup, that you are reflecting back to each other the defects you have rather than what you choose or what you offer. So the energy of showing each other your true selves, your truth. And in that truth, you see all of the things within yourself that you need to work on, put right. There's like an understanding here that you need to go back and be complete and whole in order to recognize each other. Because your souls already know each other. You feel that. It's felt deep, deep within you, very deep. But your egos are what are keeping you apart. So you have to work on that ego energy. You have to work on that part of you that is holding you back from having access to this beautiful energy of love. All right, so we have a Page of Wands coming through with the Death card. I have a feeling I pulled these in the reading I did this morning, and the Three of Cups, which is quite funny. So if you watched me on TikTok, I'm pretty sure these three cards came out in the divine reading on TikTok, which is pretty amazing. I feel like somebody here has had to let go of something that's been holding them back. For some of you, they could have been in another situation or with another person here. There is definitely the Scorpio card here. There's definitely this energy that this person has had to perhaps move away from some other situation here in order to come towards you here. This is very much the release here with the Death card. But it can also be that this person's had to release a lot of energy around themselves, maybe their own lack of self-esteem, lack of self-belief. But for a lot, it may be a lack of limiting beliefs, such as, you know, the material aspect of life, the material aspect of a relationship. But something here this person has moved away from. Okay, there you go. Eight of Cups. They're not satisfied. Whoever this person is was not satisfied. Wow, you have a soul contract with this person. What a reading. Okay, King of Pentacles coming through. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo here. Whoever this person is, you have a soul contract with them. So that means that before you came to this planet, before you even started your life here, you were already in some sort of karmic energy with this person. And the karmic energy was around you understanding that you had to release things before you could be together. So your feelings when you first come together are very, very potent, very, very strong, because you're feeling and remembering. It's about remembering who you are. And that's just a little glimpse into how things are for you. That memory is what gets you moving in the right direction. So what you then have to do is you have to discard everything that you've learned on this planet, all the things that have held you in place here, all your ego, whether that's materialism, whether it's seeing your world in a particular way, whether it's your lack mentality. Everything has to go. Now, for many of you, you may have already had relationships before this person that haven't worked, and they were not meant to work, because you are meant to come into union with that particular person, whether it's in this lifetime or whether it's in another lifetime. But what starts to happen here is this understanding of this long-term commitment that you have with someone. So something here is changing within you to bring you into this energy, because you need to be grounded. You need to understand who you are. This is the partner card. So you start to understand that you are part of a much bigger plan here, something that you have made a contract about many, many years ago. So there always is this feeling of remembering this person. There's always this feeling that you've known this person at a much deeper level or for a much longer time. So there's this instant feeling of connection. All right, so I feel like here that you have been working to bring yourself into some sort of balance. Maybe you've got to a point now where you're starting to understand that the work that you've done has made you feel very whole and complete within yourself. Something here has changed for you with the Strength card because you're embracing who you are completely and wholly. There is a feeling here that you are now moving away from things that have held you back. This would be the ego energy. You have learned all the lessons here. So you're starting to move towards this whole and complete version of yourself. You could be moving towards someone here, someone who is coming up as an emperor. There seems to have been some closing out because they are now getting themselves in order here to be able to move forward. This person has seen things very differently. They may have left conflict behind in their life to move towards their own abundance. So they're starting to see here how things are working. And I feel like your person may have taken a little bit longer to wake up than you. All right, let's just have a look. I'll have a look at the Island Time Wellness first. Okay, what's going on? Now, it's really funny because on TikTok I pulled the runner and the chaser in a karmic relationship. I thought that was really interesting. All right, like I was saying, karmic relationships are all relationships are karmic. Just some are here to teach you different lessons. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, we have self-indulgence, focusing on self-work, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. So this is where you're at the moment, and this is what you've been working through. And you need to work through this energy here because you need to be in a place to attract your person back in again, which means you've got to be vibrating on the same frequency as each other. So if one of you has done the healing and somebody has not, there's very little likelihood that you would come together at that time because both of you need to be where you need to be. All right, so we have the mirror coming through, so that's quite appropriate too because you're both mirroring back to each other those things that you need to heal here. And that is the whole journey. This is what it's all about. It's about mirroring back to yourself. What is it that I need to heal? So this is, look, self-image, relationships, reflecting our wounds and introspection. And the last card here is the energy of the girl with the snake. Now this card here talks about the narcissist paradigm. So it may be that you've been dealing with someone who's been very self-focused about what they want. And this is going to change things. This is about learning about your personal boundaries, what's right for you and what's not right for you. So you could be very much in this energy of the Two of Pentacles at the moment, trying to decide whether you move on and create the life for yourself. Once you're in this energy, once you've got into the energy of self-sufficiency and you've healed your wounds to a certain point, there's always this energy now of, do I move on from this? Do I leave this behind? Was I seeing it the right way? Was I seeing what I was meant to see? Because you're moving away from something here. All right, let's just have a look and see what messages are coming through here. I'm going to pull 5 of these cards. 4, 5. Okay, so somebody's in the situation of I don't know what to do, and that might be that Two of Pentacles energy. I don't know whether to leave, I don't know whether to stay, I don't know whether to make contact, I don't know whether to wait for them to contact me. But at this stage, there's very much this sort of unknowing. Maybe it's taken a long time, maybe you're not sure of yourself, you don't know whether to move into another relationship, but you're definitely sitting on the fence here with this card. It's got caught up in the moment here. Now I feel this is the energy of everything when you're starting to get into this twin flame energy, when you're starting to understand, you can get very, very much caught up in the romance of it all and ignore all of the other things that need to be done. So you can get caught up in the energy of love rather than the energy of healing. All right, so I want to come back, but how? So you may be dealing with someone who's already starting to think of, I don't know what to do here. and being caught up in the moment. So you may be dealing with someone who is going, this is again this Two of Pentacles energy, you know, trying to make your mind up. Do you move forward? Do you stay where you are? I want to go back, but how do I do that? Maybe that your person has left things really on a very sort of, how do you say, on a very insecure footing. So whoever this is, maybe now trying to understand how to fix things here. All right. Oh, the biggest regret I have is hurting you. This is why your person is worried. You have my heart. Okay. Whoever you're dealing with here, I feel, is having a lot of issues because they still feel very connected to you regardless of what's happened. The connection is potent. It's very strong. It's not something that you can just let go of. Yes, you can become self-sufficient. Yes, you can be very, very comfortable in your own skin, but your connection to that person is evident. It was already signed up before you came to this planet. So you do have a very strong bond or soul connection with this person. I feel like whoever your person is does regret how they left this, but the reason that they had to leave this way, the reason that you had to go through what you did was for all the reasons you've done. So it's sort of like this is how it had to happen in order for you to do the healing. So whoever this person is really stuck in the energy of wanting to return but not being ready. Now what I want to say to you, if your person is thinking about how to return but isn't feeling ready to do that, then your person isn't ready. So they may want to come back, they may want to put things right with you, but unfortunately they may not be ready, because once they get ready, they won't be fearing this anymore. They won't be fearing anything that's happened. They will be able to just front up and take responsibility. So if you've got a person here who's still thinking about how to come back or how to change things or being ready to meet you in union, once your person is ready, there will be none of that energy anymore. This person will feel whole and complete and able to face up to anything and everything and talk to you. Be open with the communication and be able to talk to you about what's been happening. All right, and that's where the next stage of healing comes in, is you're both sharing those stories. All right, we've got the Rings of Time, which for some unknown reason is card 44, so I feel like there's a message in there for me. So 44. Divine timing is granted to us as a gift. Sometimes if we want to be further ahead than where we are, that gift can seem like a restriction rather than a generous holding. Much like traffic that moves systematically so that not only one car but many can reach their destination according to a greater harmony and alignment. We are all individual cars that must sometimes accept red lights and at other times can flow swiftly through many green lights. It is just this way the systematic flow of energy through human manifestation. Your spiritual maturation is happening perfectly. There is no need to bother yourself about timing. When doors open, walk through. When there appear to be no such openings, rest and reflect. The rings of time serve you, beloved. This oracle brings you a message that the divine is completely responsible for the timing of every event, opportunity, and happening of grace in your life. All you need to do is to live your life. Everything else is taken care of for you now. This applies to all of your plans and the unfolding of all of your relationships. Let it all breathe and let the divine happen as it will. I'm going to read you the poem. There is a beautiful silence now as I hold your hands and listen to your eyes. Across a span of moments called time, there are no words that say as much, nor walls that could confine the wings of our feelings or the rhythm of our eyes. I'll leave you with that. Thank you.